I'm in the kitchen cooking up with percussion. Yup. I got a percussion kit right here. I'm just about to cook up with the congos, some hi-hats, some crashes. We're gonna build something real cinematic and dope. You already know I got the O.T.G 3.6 Pro Pack. This is my new MPC Live 2. It's really old, but with the Pro Pack, it does everything I need it to do. And now that we got elbow room, everybody's moved on to something different. We could really start to master our machines. So make sure you stay to the end, because this beat turns out really dope. It's got two 808s, it's got some fly tape 2 on there, a bunch of automation, some pianos, all kinds of things going on. And I never add any drums. It just stays with the congos. I want to show you how to make something different every now and then, but still apply to the rules. You get what I mean? So, sit back. This one's a long one. It's probably about an hour. We're going to get it in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Hit the notification bell. And I'm back in the kitchen, man. Let me get this step sequencer right. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Big Charles Paris. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today, I got my MPC Live 2, bro. Outside of the screen, I got my SP404, but we not worried about that right now. We gonna cook up on this MPC Live 2. Going to do it all from the pads. We're going to make sure it works. You want to stay to the end for this one because it goes a little crazy. Right now, I'm going to utilize my one of my chords, one of my progressions. Keep trying to tell y'all, man, the progressions, the drum packs, I really got something down there for you guys. Really pump up your MPC. You out here with those skinny MPCs, get you something. Check me out at the Gum Road. This is how we keep this going. I'm going to use a little bit of Ayana. Right now I'm using Analog Dreams. I'm about to load up these chord progressions right now. Look how serious. And I just updated them. So they're better, they're cleaner, they're in a better folder. See, look, you hit that. Boom. So many chord progressions. So many progressions. We're going to go through, find a progression, and we're going to cook up with this Analog Dreams. And I'm going to really show you how to do some things. I'm going to use that Pro Reverb. I'm going to use the Visual EQ. We're going to use Fly Tape 2. Probably use Fly Dirt or whatever that the dirt is to add some other greatness to what I'm trying to create. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. I hope everybody's well, man. It's like my 19th video for the month of October. We so turned up. Be prepared for what comes next month. It's finally masterclass time, guys. It's finally that time. So make sure you check in with the Gum Road. You go ahead and get locked in. So that way you get your lifetime updates and you're locked into what's about to come. So when I start making these new videos, upgrade the price, move the price up. You're locked in forever at the low price you got it at. All right. So now I got my chord progression. Now we are about to make the magic. So just sit back, relax. I'm in the kitchen. I like how this feels. The BPM's 128 BPM. Right now we running 16 bar loop. And That's what we got. Here's our progression. Let's go ahead and name it. Let's get to the races. About to go Ray Charles on these pads. Certain sounds that, you know, you should have a list in your mind over time. The more you produce, the more you should know what sounds always work together or a variation of that sound. So when it utilizes something like these congas or however you want to say it, this percussion type style beat, right? Then I throw on a pad, right? And we got all this space. We got the long pads and it's providing that feel. The pad feels like the breeze flying through your air with the top down on a sunny day when the sun's going down, right? That's how we feel right now. We feel real player, right? Well, now you can come through, add that piano. See the piano, the pad, and the conga or the percussion. Whoa. Wait a second, 3 P's right there. Percussion, pad, piano. Man, listen, you better like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm about to cook up this winter. I don't know what they doing on MPC 3.77. I don't know what they doing on the MPC Live 47. I don't know what they got going on whatever they got going on. But if you over here, this right here, we about to go up. Promise you. Hit that subscribe. Watch these videos by the end of the year. Guarantee your beat's gonna be slapping. Big O.T.G. Ray Charles on the pads right now. Definitely take the time to get it right, bro. You always gotta take the time to get it right, bro. Just find what you're looking for. Now we're gonna go in and get these little parts. There's a couple pieces that I want to fix and get right. Percussion, pad, piano. Progression, percussion, pad, piano. What? That progression we got going is crazy. One of the best things that I did, to be honest with y'all, is add these chord progressions and getting to utilizing chords and understanding how to utilize one track to play my progression and then use other tracks to supplement. And realize when I want to play full progressions or I want to just utilize the chords. But all of that wouldn't exist without having enough progressions to go around. And secondly, you know, having enough progressions to go around. Because my biggest fear all the time is that we are all utilizing the same things and around the same kind of sounds. And we all aspiring to kind of be in the same type of space. That I want to make sure what I'm creating is a little bit different and it sounds like me, but it's not extremely just the same progression over and over and over again. So I spent years collecting my chord progression library just to do that, and it feels great to see it finally start to pay off, right? Now we got our pianos right. And again, you could get these chord progressions. You could buy them by themselves. Just look in the description. Or you could get it with the Stimmy Pack, which is going to come with all kinds of extra sounds and expansions and all kinds of different things to boost up your MPC. The library on your MPC. You know, we standalone kings right here. Still putting that work in on this piano. Once you lay the keys, sometimes you still might want to find that right sound. That's why I say it's certain sounds, but it's not specific. But you still know with a pad, you could never go wrong with a piano. A piano with a good progression. See what I did there? I believe you take your time sometimes when you're looking and searching and trying to get right. I'm looking for the perfect piano right now. The one that creates that feeling. So I'm going to just take my time till I get, oh, I think we might got one. We getting close. Now you want to go through and touch those tabs. I feel like this one is the one, but there's some things I want to get right with it, and I just want to see. We're going to keep going, man. I want to find the right piano. Let's add that new plug-in Iona in. Get our synth game right. Go ahead, change the color. Let's change it to that O.T.G red. Let's go down here to the leads. And let's start building us a lead to go along with this beautiful, amazing sounding work that I got going right now. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Hit the subscription. Check out the Stimmy Pad. That's where you can get chord progressions, one-shots, drums, expansions, loops, the O.T.G Smackers kit. You get so much. It's like $221 worth of stuff for $25. Just cause we MPC2 fam right here. It's the team, so I gotta make sure my team is laced. So check that out. We're gonna do some synth work right now. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get crazy on these pads and I'm gonna just play it like it's my keyboard. Flute sound good, man. Flute sounds really good. I really like this Iona plug-in. This plug-in is super dope. Utilizing it the right way will definitely give you access to building your drums and building. Having access to a plug-in like this will give you access to sound design. It has a bunch of drum percussion sounds in there, all kinds of different dope percussion. All kinds of deep and dope synth sounds. It's a big body synth. It sounds real big. You know, it's perfect for creating a sound and finding something unique that works with your beat. I definitely recommend. Right now I'm going to touch some knobs, you know, touch the faders. Never forget that your Q-Link, you know, this is part of what makes the plug-in experience so dope on the MPC. You know, you got these 4 Q-Links and 1 Q-Link button. But with that button, once you get used to it and you really know how to maneuver and how to move, you can now access all parameters of the plugins that matter and really create a sound out of something, out of a preset, right? funny because I hear these people keep saying all these videos about the machines need more power. We need more power. We need more power. We need to be able to do what we could do on the computer inside of the MPC. And you can. You're just not smart enough to do it yet. You just don't know how to do it yet. You don't know that all the tools and everything that you need to do is already here, and you just got to figure out how to do it. You want to do it the old, you kind of want to do it the Fred Flintstone caveman way. Bunch of tracks. EQ on every plugin. I need wave plugins on every track. You know, you have enough to do what you need to do. You just need to get your skill up and practice up and time up. You can make a simple sound on the plugin sound so big and full, but you gotta actually spend time and know which plugins you're gonna use. But that's neither here nor there, man. We cooking up. I'm gonna throw some reverb on here. I want to keep going. I'm feeling the vibes. I might make this a 128 bar beat and one sequence and really just vibe out when it comes to arranging. We gonna see. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Check out the O.T.G Stimmy Pack. I don't know how many ways I could tell you and point you to the gold and you ignore it. I'm telling you. I feel like every time we get new plugins, people forget about the old ones. As much as I love Sub Factory, Jura got some fire basses too. Jura is a fire sounding synth too. Jura got that work too. I like this bass line right here. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna make it wham. We're gonna make it wham. We're gonna add some of that low fly dirt onto the bass. 1200 preset. Toggle the output a little bit, and we're gonna turn it up. This is the type bass make your hair vibrate at the follicles. That's pretty funny. This is the type bass that make pictures fall off the wall. This is the type bass that make it sound like you got two little people stuck in the back of your trunk, just kicking and beating the back of the trunk so they could get out. This is what this bass sounds like. It's thumping. Definitely. Don't forget, because you got new plugins, not to check out the old plugins. There's still a bunch of work over there you never uncovered. Let's go ahead and throw that Pro reverb on here. Get that work on. I want to go through a little bit of these parameters. This front screen's got a lot going on. You got input width. You have the EQ, you have the output width. That's what I'm turning right now. You know, I think this reverb sounds really good. You know, it has its place and its time of when you want to use it and how you want to use it, you know. We go through here, we can mess with the scoring stage, we can mess with the pre-delay, we can mess with the scale of how it sounds. You know, we take our time and just kind of go through. We cooking up, man. We slow cooking. Touch each one of these, you can see, you know, you gotta hit the tabs. You see me before, I was just throwing it on there. But like I tell you guys, man, we got elbow room now. When I look to the left, when I look to the right, everybody else on to something else. It's just me and the O.G.s, me and y'all, the team. We got room, kick our feet up, make some room. You know, let's get down, get in the weeds, get down here, see what we got. Let's see how much sound we can pull out these live tubes. It's the Discontinued Live 2 series, baby. messing around right now. I feel like I want to have this looks on here, but I think I really want to just mess around and make a choir. A choir is what I keep hearing and what I'm feeling. And so I might just go ahead and go get that choir, get that Mellotron, see what we could do, go ahead and cook up. I'm gonna throw that Mellotron on. We're gonna go ahead and get our 8-voice choir. You know, we're gonna switch over to our delay and our reverb screen. Gonna add the mix. This is our spring delay. I'm turning knob 4. That way you can see it turning. It's knob 6 on the actual thing. On the device on the screen, that's the mix. Gonna add a little bit of delay. I think I want to go over the flavor. Remember I told you flavor's built in. Sorry my screen's all blurred out, but man, I've been cooking up. I'm in the mode, man. Like I think I could be honest with y'all and tell y'all after a couple of years of trying all kinds of different combinations, different machines, different things, I've decided on my Live 2 and my Force, my SP as my main things that I'm going to utilize all the time. A lot of people probably already knew that or thought that or seen it for me, but man, I just had to do it. So now I really am just starting to expand my sound out, bigger, grander, just larger sounds that feel good, getting a better understanding of these plugins, getting a better understanding of my Live 2. And I've had it for years, but man, you know, once you start to get, it's like having a car, right? You know, sometimes you gotta jiggle the key 2 times and then turn it, and then the door unlocks. You gotta get in the front seat, turn the key, sit for a second, rub the wheel 3 times, look at the ceiling, and then start it. Like, I'm saying that to say, you know your car, right? Well, I'm really starting to know my Live 2 and the setup and the ways that I like it. I'm settling in and getting comfortable. It's like being in a long-term relationship. In the beginning, you got a great honeymoon period, then you go through the hard time, and then you start to settle in and really get your feet together and get your moves together and get the wind right and really start moving properly. That's what we on right now. Man, let's go ahead and add an 808, no side chain. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out everything down below. Man, I got an ammo kit down there, a sound effects kit down there, all kinds of drum expansions and all kinds of sounds, chord progressions. You got everything for the MPC. I want y'all to be as lit as I'm lit. I want y'all to be as ready as I'm ready. I want you to have the experience I have. I have full confidence in my MPC because I have a full library on my MPC. From MP3s, over 6,000 MP3s, all kinds of loops, all kinds of expansions, anything and everything I need, I have it on my MPC Live 2. And I can maneuver with just my MPC Live 2 and get a whole beat done from start to finish on my MPC Live 2. Because I got my library right on my MPC Live 2. bass right. We really cooking, bro. Got that 808 whamming. I feel like I want to go back to the drums and this percussions kit that I got, and I want to expand it. I really want to add some flyness to it. I really want to add more to it. But the way that I want it to go, I wanted this to not sound like a loop. So what I'm going to do is gain stage all of my sounds that I'm going to utilize in this clip. All the sounds that I'm going to utilize in this beat. I'm going to go through gain stage and get the volumes as right as I can, just moving it at the pace that I'm moving. And then we're going to lay down, adding in, we're just going to freestyle different drums and at random places over the whole arrangement. So I'm going to loop this thing out to 128. Then I'm going to come back and play different, I'm going to hit record. Then we're going to add in different drum hits and pieces throughout the whole beat to get it in these non-loop circumstances. And we're going to do that before we even go to our mute screen and start muting tracks. We're going to go ahead and record those sounds through. So first, let me get this volume right. Let me get the seasoning right. And then I'm going to show you how to do this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to loop this out, one big long loop, and then I'm going to play the drums over the long loop. So that way when I go in, I can now mute this and mute that, and it'll give even more of a real feel of something constantly changing and evolving. So that's what we're going to do now, chat. We're going to sit here. We're going to run through. We're going to add in drum hits in various places. We're going to give it a little vibe. We're going to create some movement at chorus spots. We're going to add a couple random sounds at different places. And then we're going to come back and do the mutes. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. got this going and we added this through a couple this beat is long too, at 128 BPM. Even though it's 128 bars, it's still gotta be like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. But it's all good because we're gonna run through it. This is the thing with taking your time. I could run through, do it one way, or I can run through, do it my way. This is my kitchen. It's my kitchen. And when I'm in the kitchen, I'm gonna cook how I wanna cook. Now that we got this, we're gonna get a couple of those things right. You know what I mean? Get the sound a little bit better the way that I want it. I'm going to use the trim. It's called gain, but I talk about it like trim. You're going to trim that way down. Time to run through, get these mutes right, and let's create our beat. I really like the way this feels. I might throw a limiter on. I feel like when I put this limiter on, it's really going to limit and take away some of the wildness of how this feels. And, you know, I'll leave it on to the end. But here's one of those things. Man, I might definitely take it off after I sleep on it tonight and see how I feel. Like some days it's worth coming back, tapping in, checking, doing the A-B test. The A-B test. Just turn it off, see what it sound like, whatever effect, turn it back on, make 2 different mix downs of it and listen to those and kind of go from there. I think that's what I'll end up doing. But I really like this. I feel like it got good vibes. I feel like it's starting to grow. And I got some ideas for fly tape too. Let's get our volumes right. We got our volumes a little better. Turn that choir down some. I felt like it was whamming when it came on. Whamming means loud. You know, we want to ease it in some. Then I'm going to mess with a couple plugins. We're going to get that right. And then we're going to add that fly tape too. Hopefully y'all could hear the changes and everything that we did. Man, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out everything I got in the description. Support, 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 support. Support the channel. That's how this channel keeps growing. We are going crazy. These beats sound better than these other guys' beats. These beats got movement, they got feel, and you see, I made them from scratch. We did all this, no samples, just the build-up, right? Well, now I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to let you hear how the beat sounds. You stayed this long. It's like you almost put in work with me. So you might as well just enjoy the music and enjoy the feel. And we out of here.